right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. What I want to get into, all right, this morning, all right, is righteous judges. Okay, and this is what Yahweh Bashim Shai is doing with his sons. He's making us, all right, judges, righteous judges, and like unto himself. You know, because you look at the society that we live in, righteous judgment, all right, is scarce. Okay, and what we understand is all judgment was given to Yahweh Shai. All right, and Yahweh Shai. All right, if we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, what does that mean? That we're going to have the responsibility that lie in the kingdom, all right, to execute righteous judgment. And see, the Lord got us being conditioned for righteous judgment now. You know, that's why the circumstances and the scenarios that we find ourselves in, you know, in our day to day, where the Lord is equipping us with the wisdom on how to judge things rightly. You know, from the smallest things to the biggest things, man. You know, the Lord is giving us the ability, all right, to judge these things. Now, we don't have the power to execute judgment yet, okay? But we do have the power to analyze and make a decision based on righteousness, man. You know, we can decide particular things like, for an example, America being destroyed. That's righteous judgment. Like we can look out and see, okay, that's a righteous judgment that's needed, you know? And this is what the Lord has us doing is analyzing the earth. That's why God's in the position that we're in, you know, at the bottom of the bottom, but we can see everything. Like we're in the trenches, like we can see the daily affairs of this society. We're vexed with the filthy conversation in this world, so we're able to assess things and make judgments. Okay? Like we as men, we're seeing why this can't exist, why that can't exist, why this type of culture can't exist, why this, you know, this, you know, lack of righteous judgment lead to this dysfunction, that dysfunction, this disorder. Okay, we're understanding these things now. So I want to start off in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. It said, "Therefore the law is slack." And what laws is speaking of? The law of the Bible. And the law of the Bible is slack. Okay? But see, guess what? It's going to come back in a major way. It's going to come back. It's going to be enforced. Yahweh Shai. That's one thing about it. People, you know, Christians say the law is done away with. You know, people, you may lie to the law, which we're not delivered by the law. Okay? But this society, you know, has been taught to just despise the laws of the Most High. Not only they're told that it's done away with, but they're told they're pretty much being conditioned to rebel and to despise the laws of the Most High. Okay, which Yahweh Shah, when he come, he's coming to enforce those laws with power. Okay, we're going to get into it. This is Habakkuk 1 and 4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth not never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Wrong judgment proceeding. When you look out into the earth, it's full of wrong judgment that's proceeding, man. That's what's dominating the earth. Wicked judgment, man. Okay, this is pure wickedness, man. The thing that the Lord says should be put to death, this people glorifies, man. Okay, the alphabet people, whores, adultery, okay, false doctrine, all these things the Lord, in the scriptures, the Lord says needs to be put to death. This society glorifies it, man. Okay, wrong judgment proceeded. The thing that the Lord commanded us to put to death, this society multiplies it, man. You see, completely ass backwards, man, and we see the results of it, man. Okay, but we're learning to be, okay, righteous judges alongside Yahweh Shai. Okay, so you go here just to go into the mindset of the Father, and this is why, you know, we're becoming like that. All right, because see, One thing about it, whatever your father did, you would get to a certain age, and then he would bring you along. You would pretty much start like an internship with your father, or apprenticeship with your father. He will bring you along his day to day, and you will see how he will operate. If your father was a farmer, okay, your father was a blacksmith, a carpenter, okay, even the king, eventually he will bring his sons into the courts and let him hear, how he judges matters, man. He will let his son hear, okay, wise counsel, and how pretty much the king will let his son see how he delegates, authority, okay, how he, orders his kingdom, okay, when his son will become a certain age. And see, as we're becoming mature in the spirit, the Lord is now finna show us how he judges, man. Like this, what the Lord finna do in the earth is going to be a great example of how he judges. That's why when you go into the book of Psalm, all right, I think it's 96. Yep. This book of Psalm chapter 96, verse 13 says, "Before the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, for he cometh, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth." Okay? He's coming to judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. See, he's going to judge according to his standard, a righteous standard. You know, this society has just been skipping and hopping along with the law being slack, man, with righteous judgment being slack. Okay? Well, now the Lord finna judge according to his truth. Okay? This is why we're being what? Trained up in his truth, man. So we can be in the line with what's pleasing to him, man. Okay? And our people that's not pleasing in this world, in this society, okay? These heathens that are not pleasing to our power, the Lord is finna judge, man. He's finna enforce righteousness in the earth, man. Okay? And let's go get some examples, man. Because we've been so westernized and emotional, and we look at things differently, and we consider emotions, all right, over judgment. But the Lord don't do that. The Lord judges by righteousness, man. Ain't no emotion, ain't no emotions involved. And we're gonna get some examples, man. Let's get that in the book of Deuteronomy. Okay? And this is why we gotta be conformed more and more to the ways of our forefathers, man. The ancient way. Okay? But this way, we see what this way has led to, man. A complete nightmare. Look at this society, man. Look at the children, man. Okay? It's a complete nightmare. Look at this culture that the law being slack and wrong judging proceeding. Look what this culture has bred. Look at the dysfunction and the confusion this culture has bred. Okay? A lot of people are suffering from what? Their own lack of decision making, man. Look at what terrible decision making has gotten, especially us as Israelites, as a people, man. Look at what we get. Look at the conditions that we live in, man. Okay? This is the book of Deuteronomy 17 and 12, and it says, "And the man that will do presumptuously," which means he wants to do whatever he want to do, "and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Lord our power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die, and thou shalt put away evil from Israel." Yeah, because you gotta get rid of a nigga like that, man. That's presumptuous, wants to do what he wants to do, understands what's required, but wants to do what he wants to do. You gotta get rid of a nigga like that, man. Why? Because he's going to spread that, and eventually it becomes a culture. Okay? You see, you will judge one man, all right, to preserve the nation. You will judge a man or a woman to preserve the nation. That's why adultery, okay, the man that committed adultery and the woman he committed adultery with, they will be put to death. Okay? So it would become a culture. It ain't about your emotions. That's your favorite cousin. That's your favorite uncle. That nigga gotta die. Okay? That bitch gotta be put to death, man. Okay? So it won't become a trend, and trends become what? A culture. Okay? Just like that you know, that nigga, that rebellious, worrisome ass nigga, you know, that nigga at work, what does he do? He always tries to heap up a following, man, to get people to think like him and move like him. Nah, I'm finna put you to death. You ain't gonna get that opportunity, man. Okay? Let's go from there. This is Deuteronomy 13:5. It says, I started at 4. It says, ye shall walk after the Lord your power and fear him and keep his commandments, obey his voice, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way, which the Lord thy power commanded thee to walk in, so shalt thou put the evil from the midst of thee. Okay? So a false prophet will be put to death, man. So he can't spread that doctrine. Okay? So he wouldn't separate the people from Yahweh Shema Shai. He will be put to death. Okay? And you read this, and we read these things. If you read these things with a westernized mind, okay? If you read these things with a westernized mind, you know you'll cringe up. Okay, but nah, man, this is the way we gotta think. Like we gotta look at the situations around us and judge according to this mindset, man. This is how the Heavenly Father see the law, statutes, and commandments is the instructions of how we should execute. Okay, the Lord's wisdom in the earth, man. This is wisdom, man. You get rid of something before it becomes a major problem. You nip things in the bud. Okay. And as a king, that's how you have to rule. You have to nip things in the bud before it affect your whole realm. Okay, we live in a realm that's completely infested with dysfunction, chaos, confusion, lewdness. Okay, completely backwards, man. Let's get this one. Let's get this in the book of Deuteronomy 21. This is probably my favorite law. You know, yeah, this is probably my favorite law. All right. This is Deuteronomy 21 and 17, no 18. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, he will not hearken unto them, okay? A stubborn and rebellious son, nigga want to do what he want to do. Nigga don't want to learn and follow trade, okay? He don't want to honor the law, all right? So you chashing him and he's still not getting it. Okay, well he get to the point to where okay, he not getting it. So now this protocol has to take effect. Then shall his father and mother lay hold on him, grab that nigga up, okay, and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. Okay? Because why? These same niggas that's rebellious, they want to eat and drink like everyone else. They want to partake in the resources of everyone else, man. But niggas don't want to contribute. Okay? And now we see a society of these niggas, man, a culture of these niggas, man. This is what a nigga culture is pumping out, man. These niggas, man, they just want to eat and drink. A lot of these niggas, you know, a lot of grown men that depend on everyone else, man, just floating around depending on everyone else, man. You know? verse 20 says, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he shall die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. And all Israel shall hear and fear. Okay? You heard what happened to such and such, son. You know? Yeah, he got that nigga this morning. You know, as soon as the sun came up, it was hitting that nigga, man. Okay? And see, this is the law that's much needed now, man. And it's gonna come back in a major way. Jacob's trouble is gonna be these certain laws on a mass scale. The adultery for adultery, all right, which our people love adultery. You see? Lying, stealing, all right, and just rebellious, wicked young niggas, man. Whores and well, some of the judgment is what for them to be burnt. That's why Nuke's coming, man. See, the Lord is finna execute righteous judgment according to his standard. Okay, the Lord the same, he changed not. Okay, he just finna do it on a massive scale now. Okay, judgment just finna take place on a massive scale. That's why, let's get this in St. John. Okay, let's get St. John. Chapter 5. Just the book of St. John, chapter 5, verse 22. Okay, because who judgment is given to now. This is St. John 5 and 22. It said, for the Father, all right, St. John 5 and 22, for the Father, and this is Yahushua speaking, judges no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son. Okay, all judgment committed to Yahushua, so Yahushua is finna come judge the earth in righteousness, man. Okay, that's why he's finna make war with these heathens, and then he just finna bring destruction to the earth, man. Okay, these nukes was created for judgment. All right, it wasn't for these nations. It wasn't for Russia to come in power or China to come into power next. Nah, these missiles was created for the Lord's judgment, man. That's the Lord's anger towards this place that He allowed Esau to create. Okay, these missiles, man. Okay, now let's go here. Let's get Yep, it's Revelation 20. And 11, it says, and I saw a great white throne, all right, and it's a chariot, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Okay, so this throne represents what? A place of judgment. When the king sits his throne, that's where he makes judgments. Okay, and those judgments can be life changing, man. The king can strip you from your titles. He can add titles to you. Well, that's what Yahushua, he's coming on their throne to make these judgments, man. To judge the earth in righteousness, man. Okay? You see? And the elect, they're going to be elevated. See, he's going to add titles to the elect. Then we'll be kings and priests in the earth, man. Okay, right now we're like warriors. We're like soldiers, man, in the spirit. We're spiritual soldiers, man, fighting. Okay, but when Yahushua comes, then we're going to be upgraded to those titles of kings and priests, man, and get all the perks and authority that come with that, man. Okay, and part of that is going to be judging the world in righteousness, man. Okay, so Yahushua is coming on that throne. You see, and these people are going to scatter. All right, and there's no place for a lot of people in this world to come. Okay, and we're gonna go into this. It says, and I saw the dead, small and great, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open. Yeah, because remember, these other nations are likened unto the dead. Okay, without the law, without the spirit. And then also Yahushua is gonna have the ability to resurrect the dead for so they can feel this judgment, man. So they can feel the nukes and this fire from the chariots, man. Yahushua has that authority as well. You see, Yahushua finna judge righteously, man. Okay? Ain't nobody getting off without the judgment they don't deserve, man. There's certain niggas, the Lord like, nah, wake your ass up, man. You finna feel this heat. You know? You got shot in the head, like, nah, nigga, that ain't the end of your judgment. Like, nah, nigga, you finna feel this heat, man. You adulterous ass woman. Okay, all this havoc you done caused in the earth, and you think you gonna die from the stroke is the end of you? Nah, man, wake your ass up so you can feel this heat. You see? I'm finna judge you for every goddamn thing, man. And that's how Yahushua coming. Okay? It says, and the books were open, all right? And another book was open, which is the book of life. Okay? So the books of your deeds, all right, which is not gonna be a literal book open. He's not gonna have a book of your life and the book in the Bible, in his hand. Nah, man. It's just showing you that's the standard he judging by. He gonna judge you by the standard of your life compared to the scriptures, man. And see, the elect have the blood of Yahushua that covers them because we're gonna be exempt from this judgment, man. That scripture say, blessed is the man whose sins are not imputed unto him. Okay? We're covered, we're going to be exempt due to because of the blood, because of the blood. Okay? That's what Yahushua blood is covering us in this time from this judgment, man. Okay? And it says, and the dead will judge out of those things which are written in the book according to their works. According to their works. You see? So it looks like all this adultery that's rampant, all the alphabet people that's rampant, all these false prophets and false religions and false doctrines. Okay, all these abortions that's done been had. Hey, the Lord finna judge for all of that, man. All our people that's not covered by the blood, guess what? They're finna be judged according to this standard, man. And it's gonna be righteous judgment, man. Okay, that's why you go here to the book of Jeremiah, the 25th chapter. You go to Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 25 and 33. It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day we just read about in Revelation, man, when he comes on that chariot, man. It's going to be his place of judgment. Okay? It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth, man. Hey, Lord's going to get rid of a lot of people in the earth, man. Okay? Because it's just been the buildup of wickedness, man. Remember, righteous judgment, he said the law was slack. Righteous judgment, all right, doth not proceed, man. Okay? So the Lord is coming, all right, and the slaying of the Lord going to be from one end of the earth to the other. And see, America going to get nuked, man. America is so bad. America the worst of the worst, man. Like, we got the worst of the worst here in America, man. You see? The worst type of niggas, the worst type of women, okay? The worst badass children, man. Okay? This is the worst of the worst, man. And this is why the nukes, so many nukes gonna hit this place, man. There's gonna be righteous judgment going forth. Okay? And it says, they shall not, it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. They're going to be dung upon the ground. Nothing. You see? And that's how the Lord looks at a lot of these people as nothing, man. Useless. Okay? They don't even need to be here, man. All right? And a lot of Israelites are going to get caught up in them nukes, man. Like the brother, all right, priest Anah in Memphis, he had the dream, okay? of Zechariah, I believe the 14th chapter. You know, when I'm talking about your tongue shall melt away in your mouth, your eyes melt away in your socket. He said it seemed like a long process, and he seen a lot of Jake in it, man. He seen a lot of Israelites in them nukes, man. Okay, being burnt on their feet. You see? That's gonna be the judgment of the Lord. See, Jake play these games and everything is funny to a nigga. You know, they got the Hebrew Israelite spoofs and you know, all right. You see, the Lord finna show you why he known as Alashadra, man. And that's how he finna introduce himself in the world. All right. So let's go from there because we're being trained to judge righteously, man. To be those righteous judges. That's why we can't think like westernization. We can't think emotion based, man. Okay? Nah, man, we gotta when we get into these scriptures, man, we should be conforming to this, man. Okay, this is First Corinthians 6:1. It said, dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? Okay, so the Apostle Paul was speaking to the church, you know, because they would have different situations. You know, brothers taking each other to court and, you know, tripping. You see? Apostle Paul, like, y'all, do y'all understand what's going on? And he's going to go into it. Do not, it said, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? You see? Because Yahweh Shai, when he comes and brings that judgment, guess what? If we're joint heirs after the judgment, after we come out those chariots, we're going to be, all right, we're going to be the ones holding, we're going to be the ones helping Yahweh Shai maintain righteous judgment in the earth, aiding him in maintaining righteous judgment. This is joint heirs, man. Okay, we're going to be given these realms and provinces to rule over, to aid in righteous judgment, continue to be in the standard in the earth, man. So we're learning how to judge these affairs amongst ourselves now, man. We're learning how to judge these situations that we're coming into now. And we judge according to what? The standard of the scriptures, man. Whenever it's time to make a judgment call, that's why precepts got to come out. Certain councils, precepts got to come out, man. You know, we have a standard to judge by now. All right, it said, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Okay? Yeah, man, even in our day to day, like our judgment, like simple judgments, man, we gotta really tap into having a keen sense of judgment, man. You know, which is a heightened skill set and awareness. And the scriptures give us, particularly the scriptures, is giving us the blueprint of judgment, man. That's why you go into what's that in Sirach? Look at that Sirach 19. Oh, it's Sirach 19 and 29. All right. All right, this is Sirach 19 and 29. It says, a man may be known by his look, okay, and one that have understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. So what is that? That's us. That's the scripture giving us wisdom on reading body language, man. Because as a judge, all right, when someone is presenting, you know, their defense, you know, or their case, you have to look at body language, man. You know, because when you go into communication, all right, uh, the majority of communication is body language, and the second is the tone. Okay, what they're actually saying has the least to do with communication. Like what the words that they're saying is body language, tone, and then what they're saying. You know, so there's a scripture to let you know. You know, you gotta check peep the countenance, man. But that's instructions of what? Judgment. Let's get another one just to show you, man. Um, yeah, 26 and 9. This is on Sirach 26:9. It says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Okay? Haughty looks and eyelids, man. So it's teaching us to judge of countenance, man. Body language, man. Okay? Facial expressions, like those things, like when you, and we can access things, like you can look around the room and kind of judge particular things, man. We in this environment to have a keen sense of judgment, man. Okay, we in the trenches, in the midst of wickedness, but we should be able to look around and assess situations and come up with a judgment in our mind, man, and move based off that. Okay, but like the Apostle Paul say, no, you not that the saints shall judge the world, man, judges of the earth. Okay, it says, know ye not that we shall judge angels, which means we're going to be making decisions. Okay, you know what angels should be doing. You know, angels are going to be under us, man. We're going to have angels under our authority. Like, as sons of Yahweh Shemal Shah, what we finna inherit, man. Like, it's the things, the little things here that can have Jake distracted. Okay, money that's the value and that's going digital and programmable. Being popular to some people that the Lord finna put to death. Okay, chasing a goddamn woman, some, you know, chasing niggas leftovers, man. Like the things that they're hearing and that can be a distraction is like, damn, you know, compared to what we got, angels, we're gonna have angels under our authority, man. Okay, because you can tell an angel, look, go send a famine in that land. You know, you can tell an angel, look, go do this, man. You know, go make it darkness in that land for, you know, this amount of time because they tripping over them. Okay, that's what it means by judging angels, man. Showing that angels, it's particular angels, going to be under our authority, man. That's part of our inheritance, man. So it's like, man, you know, what are you going to inherit in this society, man? Okay, what the hell are you going to inherit in this goddamn society, man? Okay, you inherit a beef that your uncles and cousins started with niggas, all right, 4 streets over. Okay, you're gonna inherit you know, a nigga's baby mama. What are you gonna inherit in this society, man? Okay, all right, goddamn thing, man. Ain't nothing here, man. It's done. You see, man. You know, well, oh man, it'd be hard to find words because it's so incomparable, man, to what we got coming and what this world offers, man. It's on such a low goddamn level. It's, everything is used up and traumatized and fucked up, man. Like this ain't it. Okay, but what we got to come, oh my goodness. You see? And it says, know ye not that we shall judge angels, how much more things that pertain to this life, man. How much more things that pertain to this life, man, that we should be made judges over, man. The Lord is putting us in a mindset to be those judges, man. Even Yahweh Shai, he was saying things, you know. It's the book of Luke chapter 16, verse 10. And it says, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. So we in this time now where we in these little minor situations that we are in, but we gotta stay faithful to righteous judgment. We gotta always make the righteous judgment call, man. You know, even if we do fail and make the wrong judgment call, we gotta learn and make the adjustment for the next time, man. Okay? But we gotta be faithful to this standard and to this way. Okay? So if we're doing this in these least situations, the Lord can trust us to put us you know, in these high positions, man. Okay? And said, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in least is unjust also in much. Yeah, so if Jake can't handle having a platform, okay, to now where he making a doctrine about him, he got mixtape, he got, you know, merchandise, he got websites that you gotta go get, the full the full video from the website. You gotta subscribe. Like Jake got these little situations, and Jake wilding out. You can't trust that nigga to be over nothing, man. Okay? Jake can't even call on the name of the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shai. Jake can't even teach sound doctrine, man. Jake won't even tell the truth about critical doctrine, man, critical prophecy, man. So how can he be trusted over much, man, with the little that the Lord has entrusted us with? Jake wilding out, man. Okay? So how can they be entrusted with anything, man? Okay, they're not. All right, let's go from there. Let's get Matthew. This is Matthew 25 and 21. All right, and it says, get straight to the point. Matthew 25:21. This is going to the parable of the talents. All right. Um, I started 19. It says, after a long time, all right, the Lord of those servants, which is Yahweh Shai, the servants are the prophets, and reckon with them. Okay. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou delivers unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. Okay? So we're in these circumstances now, all right, to become efficient judges. Okay? To multiply righteousness in the earth. Because those talents, the ability to teach and understand different gifts that the Lord gave us. All right, and that's to what? Multiply righteousness in the earth, man. Okay? We've been entrusted with that. All right? And this is what we're becoming. We're becoming joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. And judgment, and the righteous judgment is a major part of that, man. That's why we have to be purified from corruption. Okay? Because what does the scripture say? Let's get that in Ecclesiastes chapter 7. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart, a gift destroyeth the mind. Okay, but see, the reason why this society is so corruptible because people are slaves to their lust. And see, that we're being purged of not being slave to the flesh, man, not being slave to our lust, man. That way righteous judgment can go forth. Okay? You got a lot of Israelites, these other camps, they're enslaved to their lust. They're enslaved to money. That's why they got these gimmicks and they got these watered down doctrine. They're enslaved to women. They still have this enslavement to women. That's why they watered down the doctrine. Okay, that's why they still, move in the way of a simp because they still a slave to women. Okay, they're a slave to them leftovers, man. You see, and so that's why you see niggas move how they move. But see, when you overcome those things, when you're not moved by lust, when you look past ass and titties, and you don't care about trying to be popular and cute and just trying to get a massive amount of money, okay, then you can see things clearly and judge righteous judgment. That's why the Lord is purging, certain ways out of us, man. Okay? The scripture tells us what to flee from youthful lust. Okay, because judgment is a serious matter, man. Okay, judgment is a thing of seriousness, man. Okay, is this book of Leviticus. I think it's 19. Leviticus 19 and 15. It said, "You shall do no unrighteous, all right, in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor." See? And that's another thing, man, because Jacob tried to have mercy, Jacob tried to have too much mercy on someone because of their condition. They'd be, you know, you try to blame, nigga culture on poverty, but nah, it's beyond poverty. Them niggas is wicked, man. Okay, them niggas is wicked. Okay, so much opportunity where you can, make something. You can make a decent living. You probably ain't gonna have what them niggas have on the videos, which that's an illusion. Okay, but you can make a decent living, man. So it's to the point of niggas just being wicked, man. Okay, poverty ain't the reason for the motive for what a lot of niggas are into, man. Okay, adultery has nothing to do with your poverty, man. Okay, being a rebellious, stubborn nigga has nothing to do with your poverty, man. It's just you a wicked nigga, man. You a wicked nigga woman. Okay, Esau set these conditions up for our people to fail. All right, but there was a time when the mothers, they wouldn't take the drug money from their sons, man. They didn't want that. They'd rather struggle and keep their integrity than to take that money that them niggas was getting in wickedness, man. Okay, there was a time of that integrity, man. When fathers were like, nah, you doing that, you gotta get the hell out of here, man. You know, seeing it on Men's Society, man. They was his grandparents stayed in the projects, man. When they had their little situation, man, they was in the same environments with all the mother niggas, man. Okay, well, guess what, man? They had a standard, man. All right, and when Cain became, their repeat offender, they got that nigga out of there, man. Okay, and that nigga got put to death, man. That was righteous judgment. What Cain granddaddy did, because he read the precept, then he put that nigga out. That's an example of righteous judgment, man. Okay, and the woman was emotional, but she didn't go against her husband, man. That was order. That was an example of order and righteous judgment going forth, man. Get this nigga out of here, man. You know? And why is their result? Because their mother, their daughter, she married a street nigga. So what? Well, Cain was just a second generation street nigga, man. Okay? Now you have third, fourth, fifth generation of these niggas, man. They're just roaming around the earth, man. But see, that's why the Lord is finna bring Jacob trouble, man. It's gonna be righteous judgment, man. Okay? Them niggas love gun violence so much. The Lord gonna bring these troops in from all over the earth, man. Shooting guns that niggas didn't know exist, man. Okay? And a lot of them niggas still gonna be brought back for their fire, man. Hey, judgment is finna be crucial out here, man. That's why we should fear more than ever, man. Okay? Jake, they in this society, people who are rich, they're able to, they have a different set of rules for the rich, you know. For people that are high status and high rank, it's a different set of rules for them. But the Lord say, don't judge like that, man. Judge righteous judgment. Don't take in poverty. Don't take in their place of honor, their riches in society. Don't take none of that in. Just judge according to righteousness, man. Because even it says, don't be angry at a man that steals, okay, to feed his soul. A poor man that steals to feed his soul. But if you do catch him, he still gotta pay it back, fourfold. You see? So it's poverty, you kind of have a little leniency to him, but then there was still a consequence behind that, man. Okay, so he would either have to work that off, man, or do what he had to do. Okay? Well, in this society, what you have women that because they look good, they got privilege. You see, all that's finna be done away with. The Lord ain't see, that ain't finna matter. I don't care what you shape like. None of this shit finna matter, man. The Lord finna just jack people up. Jacob Trouble is just gonna run through, all right, the masses of people, man. Like you Israelites, man. Because these women that look a certain way, they're used to not having no accountability, doing what they want, moving how they want. Okay, always getting off, always getting privileged, and nah, man, all this finna be done away with, man. And see, we have to start thinking like that, man. We look out, man, like nah, we can't, we give a damn how she look, what she shaped like nah, man, righteous judgment, man, righteous judgment. Okay, there's a lot of men that allow women to just run over them based because they look a certain way, man. And then things in society, they still left over. They ran through. You see, like you gotta take all that in consideration. Okay, like what do I really got? Let's value what I really have. Then you can move according to that, man. You see, this society teaches you to value a goddamn shape. Which as a man, of course, you into those things. We're wired to be, you know, attracted to those things, man. But then judgment got to kick in, maturity got to kick in, man. Okay, let's value what do I really got. Just to see what is the true value of this. Okay, that's how we gotta start thinking, man, as men. Okay, so I get this here, just to show what we're becoming. Not end it here. This is Isaiah 1 and 26. I start 25. It says, "And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy sin." Those are unwanted qualities, man. And we getting these unwanted qualities purged out of us now, man. Okay. Then the Lord also on nation level, the Lord is purging. He's going to purge away all wanted Israelites, man, during Jacob's trouble. Okay. Well, on the individual, the Lord is purging, all the unwanted qualities out of his men. Okay. Verse 26, and I will restore thy judges as at the first. Okay. And thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. Okay. So we're being restored back to those righteous judgments, man. And we see how the Father, how he moves. You read the scriptures, you see how his mindset was toward judgment. Okay. We see how prophecy tells us how shy is going to be when it comes to judgment. And now it should paint a picture of what we should be becoming, man, when it comes to righteous judgment, man. Okay? So that was the point. Lord will you brothers, all right, and you few sisters edify. So next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Bible, Baal, DTA, soon, Shalom.